Okay. Question number 1.
Wait, what are we doing? You have to... It's like the intro to a video.
Oh.
Explain to the viewers.
Hey YouTubers, thanks for checking out the channel. Before we get started, I just want to hit a reminder. Hit the like button, and you want to subscribe, make sure you hit that bell. Otherwise you won't get notifications about future videos, and then we don't get any of that sweet
The videos we produce once a year.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Kyle.
Should I? Okay. Well, here, I'll just start. So, Startup Week in Denton is coming up November 10th through 12th. And we thought we would do a quick video for people who don't know what Startup Weekend is. If you've never attended one.
Don't say anything yet, though.
I won't ruin any surprises. And so if you have some questions, Dan, who has never attended or doesn't know what Startup Weekend is.
I know nothing about it.
He knows nothing. So he's going to ask questions that he might want answered that he might want to know. Okay, yeah. Fire away. I'm ready.
Okay, first question. What is Startup Weekend?
So, Startup Weekend is a 54-hour startup competition where you show up on Friday night, you have an idea for a company or a product or something that you want to validate, and you do a 60-second pitch, and then the people who show up will then vote on all the ideas, and the top ones will end up going through the weekend. You'll form teams, so if your idea doesn't get picked, you join another team, and then you build that idea from like concept to business models to customer development, customer validation, the actual product like a prototype or an MVP, and then you pitch that to a panel of judges on Sunday, and you get a prize pack with the intention being once you have solidified your idea, and if you were like a winner, you technically could be able to start a company like Monday morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, has anyone successfully gone through this program?
Oh.
Is this launched?
Yeah, so this is a worldwide event. Like anyone can run this in any city. We've been doing it in Denton for technically 5 years. We skipped last year, but this is our fourth event.
Wow.
But yeah, actually...
You're still not naming any companies.
No, so some famous ones you might know. So Loot Crate. Have you ever heard of Loot Crate?
I've heard of Loot Crate.
They came out of a Startup Weekend event, surprisingly. So there's a couple of others, but locally there's actually one called Game Day Giving. They came out of our Startup Weekend event in 2015.
Game Day Giving.
Game Day Giving, and they actually provide. It's an app where they work with sports teams or sports organizations like the NHL or like college football, where they want to use the competition aspect of like sports and then turn that into sports, like donating to nonprofits. So if OU and Texas are playing against each other, let's say OU has a dedicated organization or nonprofit they want to donate to, or Texas has their own. So while the game is going on, people can use their competitive nature to try and donate more than the other team during the sporting event.
That's a pretty novel idea.
It's a cool idea.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Well, I was going to ask if did Draw Attention start as a startup weekend?
I didn't actually start Draw Attention at a Startup Weekend. I went through Startup Weekend twice. Lost both the times, but our idea, we ended up we did it as like a senior project. And it was a public transportation tracking application, and
this is Draw Attention?
No, this was not Draw Attention.
Oh, okay. Oh.
This was before
this
Draw
is your
Attention.
Own Startup Weekend experience.
But the skills and experience that I've used that I've learned from Startup Weekend.
Learn how to start a company.
Yeah, you learn everything. It changes your life.
This is actually my second question.
Okay.
If I have an idea, should I attend Startup Weekend?
Yeah, well, what do you want to do with the idea, I think is the better question. If it's an idea that you want to see if it's a viable product or a viable company, then yes, you should.
Okay. So I have an idea. I think it might be good, but maybe I don't don't know if it's worth
Yeah.
if it's worth my time pursuing.
Right.
You're going to this is going to. They're not just going to tell me it's a great idea. That's what you're saying.
No, you might figure out that it's a terrible idea.
Which is probably some of the best advice I could get.
Right. It's Startup Weekend really leans on the lean startup principle, where you want to test and validate your idea before actually starting your company. Because the worst thing you can do is start going through the legal process and acquiring loans or investments or doing whatever, and then realize that no one actually wants to buy your product or whatever service it is you're selling. So Startup Weekend is what we call as it's a great way to test entrepreneurship, because also you might not like the entrepreneurship lifestyle, I guess. If that makes sense. So I actually saw a quote today from Elon Musk. Someone asked him, "What's the best advice you would give an entrepreneur?"
Yeah.
And he said, "If you need words of inspiration, it's not for you, or don't start."
Wow.
And so basically meaning, if you think that you have to have someone convince you to be an entrepreneur, then it might not be you. But Startup Weekend is a really low barrier to entry to entrepreneurship and lets you test that idea before taking it to market.
So, if I don't have an idea, or if I don't see myself wanting to create my own startup, should I still attend?
Yes, if you want to work on other products, you can also do that as well. I think a lot of people get lost in Startup Weekend or a lot of startup events like this, and because they're like, oh well, I don't have anything to pitch, I don't have any new ideas or something like that. But really, it's about the experience that you have going through the weekend, because whether you win or lose doesn't matter. The skills and experience you gain throughout the weekend, you will apply to everything you do from then on. Right? From any new project, even if it's an internal product, maybe you work for a company and you want to build a new product inside of that company, the same work like processes and workflows that you're going to go through in Startup Weekend, you can apply those same things to those ideas as well.
Wow. So how much does it cost?
So if you're a student, it's $50 to show up.
Whoa.
If you are a standard ticket is $100, so it's $99. But we also have some discount codes available for our special friends.
And that's all. You said 54 hours.
54 hours, 54 hours.
That's a lot of hours. So that's like basically $1 an hour.
And we feed you.
And there's food.
There's food. We're also going to give away some things. We have some great prizes for the end. For our top 3 teams, we have some software subscriptions from JetBrains, who makes apps like PHP Storm, WebStorm. There's another one that's really RubyMine, I think, is one of them. We also have some NordVPN.
These are global partners. So you said it was a global event.
This is also part of a larger event called Global Startup Battle. So our local sponsors specific to this event are going to be like JetBrains, NordVPN, Heroku.
These are companies. I use all these companies.
Yeah, exactly. Xero, Xero, which is accounting software. So all these people are just sponsors for this event. But since our weekend falls during Global Entrepreneurship Week and the Global Startup Battle, if you win this event, you move up to a regional level and you actually compete with the winners of other startup weekends in our area. And then if you submit a 60-second video, and then some judges will grade that criteria, and then they'll bump you up to another level. I don't remember what the prizes are for that, but we'll have more info on that at the event.
Wow, that was a great rundown.
Thanks, Dan.
So where is it? When is it? How do I get there?
It's November 10th through 12th, which is a Friday through Sunday, so we're there all weekend. It's going to be at Stoke Co-working.
Co-working. That's Denton.
It's in Denton.
That's Denton.
It's our Denton co-working space. We also have a facilitator from out of town. His name is Trey Steinhoff. He's coming in from Tampa. So he's going to be facilitating our event. A unique thing that we do with Startup Weekend is we want to bring in people from other startup communities so not only can we learn from their methods and processes, but also so they can learn from ours as well. It's a great way for us to kind of transplant ideas across the nation and across the world. I've been a facilitator for 5 years now, so this is a great experience for Denton to learn what Tampa has to offer as well.
That's really cool. So you have different startup communities going between each other, sharing ideas, and potentially creating this kind of this entire network of experience and resources.
Yes.
That for $1 an hour,
for $1 an hour,
I can get started and attend something that may or may not change my entire career. It sounds like
it's true. We like to also think of Startup Weekend as an opportunity to learn something new. So generally, when you register, you're going to register as a developer, a designer, or non-technical. So a non-technical person can be anyone in sales or business development or marketing. And whenever you're building out your startup, you're going to cover all these bases as well. But if you're a developer and you're building a prototype, maybe take this opportunity to learn a new framework or to maybe apply some new skills that you've been working on. In addition, if you're like a designer, take this opportunity to, express your creative freedom a little bit and design something out of the box that you might have been wanting to play with. So maybe you are traditionally a print designer, but you really like material and you want to do some material design inside of an app. Also, if you're a marketer or a salesperson, maybe you want to implement some growth hacking workflows, workshops, skills.
So we're talking disrupting digital markets, disrupting physical markets, disrupting imaginary markets.
Anything that you want to do.
Not disrupting markets, making them better, being really nice and saying complimentary things to existing markets.
That sounds great.
Very rich.
Yes.
Quite an experience. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thanks. Man, it got dark quick.
It got literally dark. That's all my questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to write them all down later. Listen back on this.
Well, thanks, Dan.
Absolutely. Again, let's get those dates one more time. November
10th through 12th.
Through 12th.
2017, because this video might be on the internet for a while.
Let's hope not.
2017.
All right.
Okay.
This year. Yep.
Stoke.
Denton. Winning. Good. Fun times.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.